Meladuke pointed out on the map kind of the an area on the map that sort of aligns with the spire, the troll, the spire, this glittering spire, where the supposed troll has gone with this statuette piece. And they mentioned it's very hard to find despite it being very obvious at night, which is that's interesting. Isn't it? Anyway, we're about 3 days.
Do you play poker competitively at all?
We're about 3 days over our 4-day donkey hireage. The relationship with the shop owner back in the outskirt could be
getting dicey.
Sounds like a pretty obvious steer from the DM there. Did you get that donkey back?
Today's episode. Dude, where's my donkey?
Imagine if he shows up, the shop owner, and he hunts us down for his donkey.
He was the troll for sure.
Stalking you in the woods.
Give me back my fucking money. And my donkey.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's get everything going. By the way, Vancouver by Night said that they're on a 5-night streak, a 5-stream streak. So they've been here for the last 5 weeks watching us play, which is fantastic. And that the name is, he says that his mate pronounces it like Hercules. So instead of Pericles, it's just Percules, which is
Hercules,
like coffee.
Herculean coffee.
All right. Okay. Let's get some sounds.
You're very witty. Yeah.
What?
Mode, you're very witty. I like your witty comments. They're good.
Oh, me. Thank you.
Am I saying your name right?
I didn't hear the mode at the start, but thank you. That's very nice.
I just like the idea of just staring at him down after saying that.
I didn't hear the mode either.
It's like, what, women are allowed to be witty, Adam? I thought that kind of look.
You've never said anything nice about anyone.
No, I didn't hear it.
Because you're all terrible.
I figured that the characters are probably gonna, after sort of defeating the White Death and coming to that arrangement with Meladuke, the only thing to really do from there was to just rest up. It was the middle of the night, and while there's nowhere really to sleep that's of any comfort within Bothold's Lode, the smell, the noise, it's probably best that, unless you thought otherwise, to probably just pitch the tent outside the front opening of Bothold's. Okay. Well, okay, we're off to a good start. We're off to a really, really fucking good boner joke from like the get-go. That's good.
Shannon raised his eyebrows. It wasn't me. I was helpless.
So yeah, is there anything you guys wanted to do to wrap up this experience with the orcs and goblins before calling it a night? Or we just do you feel safe knowing that you are sleeping kind of within the zone of this goblin camp?
Guys, would it be prudent if we were to just cave the entrance in a bit? So the goblins still stay where they are. They're still alive, but we know where to put them.
I don't feel that it's necessary, because I think we did them a solid by getting rid of the White Death. So they should really respect that. I feel like Meladuke would respect how strong we are and let us go to sleep.
I wouldn't go caving anything in. Speaking from a bit of a dwarven perspective, it's hard to really control a cave collapse to the point where it's safe and you don't die.
I think the problem is those are two very good answers. So I relent. Thank you.
Also, it's quite culturally significant, so maybe we should leave it, especially if we're planning to bring people along this road later, after we've saved the world.
Oh, for the tours.
Yes.
The tours are back on. Oh,
Right.
nice.
Like a Hobbiton kind of thing.
Yes, like
Yes.
in mathematics.
Gobbiton.
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 Gobofferton. Well, I just feel very tired. I have to say, I was crushed almost to death by that giant creature, and I just need a nap. So I'm going to go and, as you say, pitch a tent outside. And I'm not even going to wake up. We're friends with this thing.
You're not even going to wake up. No.
I mean,
He's off
I'm
to
not
kill
gonna-
himself.
it's all over.
Can you give me a bushcraft with a boon, please?
With a boon. What is bush as intelligent? Okay, I don't have a bane. So
Can I help him?
Sure.
Get push tainting thing?
Yeah, you can.
I forgot about bushcraft. Oh, I rolled a 3.
Nice.
I needed an 8 or something. 3 and a 4.
Okay, nice. You guys,
You rolled.
you can sort of dictate whereabouts and the comfort levels of this tent positioning, where you've kind of set it up.
Well, a place that's flat and dry and
Stable ground. And
Yeah,
it's
not in the wind.
sloshy.
no slosh.
Yeah. Okay, you painted a real vivid picture for me there. The tent is.
What do you want? Sorry, get at the fucking spirit level.
Are you asking if we're near the goblins?
Yeah, like sort of. What's the?
Yes, we're in the goblin encampment, and we're partners now, and I think this is a good time to show that we trust each other.
Okay.
We're part of this goblin clan now. We're part goblin.
Yeah, because you've got the two little windows that have like the lookouts as well next to sort of up and to the left and right of the opening. And there's a lot of sort of broken old wooden structures that have sort of toppled, haven't been used for like 100 years or more, and that's all been destroyed. And your donkey is sort of tied to one of those wooden stakes, and
Alive?
it is still alive. It is still alive.
Well, that tells me something. You know, if they haven't eaten my donkey,
No.
I think it's a good sign.
These while you're preparing the tent, while you're getting it set up, there's a couple of goblins. You hear sort of wood on stone, and a couple of goblins are pulling out this cart from Bothel's load, and they're securing it to the donkey for you as well. Or maybe they're putting it next to it, because I don't know how well a donkey's going to sleep.
Badonkadonks got a caboose.
Yeah, Badonkadonk, I forgot its name. So the cart's been sort of prepped there for you, and while you're sort of preparing yourselves for wrapping up for the night, Grub and this other little goblin start bringing out some of their own like bags and stuff and like little knapsacks and stuff, and they're putting them into the cart in preparation for the morning. And Grub is like super hyper excited. He can't believe he's going to get to go on an adventure with the people who killed this like massive thing that's been plaguing this mine for so long. He's so excited, and he's trying not to disturb you. You all looked incredibly tired, and he's just kind of like giggling to himself. And the other one is almost annoyed that he just lobs his knapsack into the back of the cart, kicks a stone, and sort of mutters something in Goblin as he heads back inside.
Hey,
Like a teenager.
Gob. Yeah, Gob.
Yes.
What's your friend's name?
Chum.
Chum. Doesn't he want to come with us?
Not really, no. He doesn't really like any of your kind, really. He's quite a goblin, and he's a goblin racist.
Okay. Well, you might get along with him, Christoph.
Yeah.
He's a racist.
Well, he just thinks he's probably going to die.
But I don't know if that makes him.
Is he good at the drums, though?
I think Grub kind of laughs at that, getting the joke. Poor Gob. Remembering his,
So I'm starting to be on this racist side. We are massive pieces of shit. Recently deceased goblin friend.
I've forgotten his name already.
Chum.
Chum.
Chum. I'll remember it.
But I won't disturb you. You all look very, very tired. I'm going to make sure that I get a good night's sleep, and I'll be strong and powerful for you tomorrow. It's going to be so exciting.
Thank you, Grub.
Thank you, bro.
He just like backs off with like a little sort of bounce to his step, and he's heads back inside Bothel's Load.
Your enthusiasm is appreciated.
Just whips a big thumbs up over his head.
Well, that's the mascot sorted.
Yeah.
So if you guys are happy to call it a night, you can all tick over a
Good night.
rest, a shift rest.
Ooh.
I always forget it's a shift rest, right? Yes, it's a shift rest. And it's relatively hard to get to sleep with the sounds coming from Bothel's Load. It just doesn't seem there's ever a point where it's just complete silence. There's always either noises of wargs growling and snuffling, or sounds of what sounds like shouting, maybe gambling and partying from within the sort of area as well. And soon enough, you wake up in the morning. Upon waking, the mist that you've known that's been a blanketed mist, the whole entire the misty veil, has sort of thickened into this dense blanket of incredibly dark fog this morning. And with what little light is seeping through it is turning the whole area like blood red. There's like a crimson glow across the misty veil this morning. You woke into to like Grub. He's just like standing over like one of you. We'll go with Mallory. He seems to be taking a bit of a likeness to Mallory. And he's just excited, sort of staring there, just waiting for you to wake up. Can you give me like an awareness roll, Mallory?
This is gonna be like. Has anyone here had the experience of being woken up by like a small child?
I'm been that small child. I remember being that small child, like having a nightmare and just waiting next to my dad, just watch it. I don't want to wake him up, but when he wakes up, I'll let him know that I had a nightmare, and just that.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have a story to tell you of the time I got woken up at my brother's house, but maybe later.
By
Punch
Reagan.
a kid in the face.
Oh, that is a 20. That is. So you
20.
Here I go again.
You haven't heard him approaching. You are just naturally kind of just wake up and are completely startled by Grub standing over
and
you.
it's like, blah! Oh dear. Yes. Good morning. Nearly killed you. I'm glad I didn't. Are you okay?
Sorry.
And he just goes and walks over Wilgus and just waits there in front over him next as well. Just takes turns, like slowly, not wanting to wake you up, but wanting to hopefully let his aura, his goblin smell, I guess, kind of slowly waken you up one by one.
Wilgus will roll the disadvantage because he sleeps with his helm on. It fails terribly.
Yeah.
Oh, what did I eat yesterday?
Yeah, and you don't notice him either until you finally go to open your eyes, and he's just leaned right down over you, waiting. He's like, just waiting for you to wake up, excited to get going.
Gross.
Oh, piss grub. Sorry,
Piss crab.
Oh, you're right in my face. I can see what's stuck in your teeth. You should floss.
He just starts like picking his teeth. Are you guys ready? I can get your stuff on the cart if we need to get going. We've connected it to your donkey. Chum is in the back, ready to go. And by ready to go, he's ready to go home. But part of the plan.
Thank you, Grub. That's the last part, so we can tick that off. Oh, let's get the others up and going. I thought goblins would have been like a sleep-in type society.
Well, you'd be surprised. There's lots of rumors about us.
And he's just busy picking up like some of your stuff and attaching it to the donkey's saddlebags and chucking it into the back of the cart, trying to get. And he's even, while you guys are waking up, he's slowly starting to dismantle parts of the tent as well, just in a hurry to get you going.
So whereabouts are we off to?
He's sort of talking to ethereally to the group.
Grub, do you remember? Do you remember we asked for a worg, and we were granted a worg?
I had forgotten that one. I can see if that's still available.
And he just trots off back inside.
Warg time, baby.
Now, wargs in general aren't the most easy to control creatures.
We will better it until it
Okay,
to our needs, like a cruel circus owner from the 1930s.
That'll go well. You do all have your HP back now, right? So just want to make sure before we get the warg.
For a fleeting moment.
Yeah.
Do we even want the warg, or should we cancel the warg?
I'm happy to give one if you guys want one, but is this going to be anything more than just a forgotten pet?
That sounds brilliant to me. I mean, we are late with the donkey, so we could trade it in for a warg.
I was thinking it could be used to be an additional attack muscle for us.
Sure.
Into strife.
Yeah,
But it would need to be friendly to us. I don't want the warg if we're going to have to go through like 6 rounds of animal handling to see if it bites our fucking heads off while we sleep.
Let's just say when you guys discussed with Maladuke, what we'll just add into the information that you were given from Maladuke is how she's happy to supply with the warg, but it will only listen to goblins. So whichever goblin ends up going with you, in this case Chum, he would be the being that controls this warg.
Chum's coming with us now.
Chum, you've got Grub and Chum.
Chum's coming with us.
I thought I made that clear, but I obviously...
I thought his shitty attitude meant that he didn't want to come at all, and he wouldn't come.
No, he doesn't want to come, but he's being forced to go.
Oh, like going to work. I get it now.
Yeah. So you're welcome.
Summer camp.
You're
And
welcome.
by the end of it, you'll love us.
yeah. Or be dead.
Yeah, all be dead. Yeah, I like summer camp.
I don't want like a goblin with a shitty attitude controlling the war. It seems like a recipe for disaster.
There's like a visible difference in strength, like muscle mass, between like Chum and Grub, by the way. Grub is a much smaller, more sort of weakish looking goblin in comparison to most of the other fighters that you've come across, that you've seen within the mines. And Chum is one of these more stout, stocky, muscular goblins. And so he can control these wargs when needed. So it really comes down to whether or not you would like to add a warg to Chum's arsenal.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Does this warg make his arsenal look big?
His ass and all, yeah, everything's much bigger. Chum is more than happy to Grub sort of goes and talks to Chum about grabbing it, and Chum perks up a little bit now, knowing that he isn't just going to be sitting here, not defenseless, but having to rely on himself to keep everyone safe. And he sprints in and comes back like 10 minutes later with a fully kitted out warg that he's like having to really like keep under control.
Got a racing stripe.
And again, this thing is enormous. It's about a meter and a half tall, this kind of ferocious wolf creature. that this goblin is on the back of. And this creature has been...
Amazing.
He's riding him. He's now riding this thing. He's even got like a small makeshift saddle on this warg's back. And he's having to really control him because these wargs have been they've been bred to attack and destroy anything non-goblin, non-orc. So Chum is having to really wrestle against the urges of this warg at first.
Have you seen The Horse Whisperer with Robert Redford?
No.
I'm imagining that a couple of days into this quest, Chum is going to be like a warg whisperer.
Right. I mean, yeah, like Chum has controlled and ridden these before. It's the fact that he is now presenting this warg with what it would normally attack, and
The
it's
warg
not
wants to
allowed
eat
to.
us.
Yeah, the warg is ready to devour you guys, and he's holding it back. He's really restraining it.
If I were to use my ability Companion, would that help the warg?
What's your
Calm its
companion ability?
Companion ability. Hang on, let me get this thing over here. Here you go. It's on an animal. It can be used on an animal that's not a monster. Is a warg an animal or a monster?
No, it's just an animal.
Takes a stretch of time. Only have one animal companion at a time. GM can decide which animals are nearby. There's a warg. Animal follows you as long as you remain in its natural environment. It can scout for you for no additional WP cost. And for 3 additional will points, I can ask it to go attack someone.
Mallory is the warg whisperer.
There we go. So
Unless I
take-
do my gift of 20 again.
it only takes like a stretch of time. So you buy that, which is about 15 minutes. So by all means, Chum brings out the snarling warg. What does Mallory do for the next 15 minutes?
She's just making very calm. She's like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, there, fella. We're friends here." Making all the cute like auntie noises that you'd make if you had like a scared cat or a scared child or something. It's like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay," and then do the little thing. They can have a little sniff with the back of your hand.
Chum has got
And
this
then
thing like
coming up alongside it.
It's got a muzzle on as well, just because he kind of knew that it would be dangerous to bring this thing out.
It's like
without the
Jurassic
muzzle.
Park.
And
Mixed with the horse whisperer.
there's something about
Take the-
there's something about Mallory that is that just this warg takes to you quite quickly. It could be the fact that Grub is like excited next to you that whole time, seeing like someone of your kind like interacting with this ferocious beast, and he's so excited. He feels like you're one of them, you know. He really feels that kinship with you, and it's having those goblins there with you and your interaction with this warg that you find that this warg is like a playful puppy for you.
Hang on, I just gotta push the cost. Hang on,
Oh, right,
where's
yeah,
the
yeah.
cost one? Just remember.
Yeah.
Those it took off everything.
For the rest of you, this thing is like continues being this snarly, twitchy kind of doesn't want to be near you. Maybe one of you reach out to like pat it after Mallory kind of softens it, and it snaps within its muzzle. But it's Chum and Mallory. You might even be more acquainted with this creature now than even Chum.
Who's a good boy? Who's the bestest boy? I'm scrubbing him.
Yeah.
Such a good. You're just a big softy, aren't you? Now we got to come up with a name for the warg.
Yeah. So my question to the group is...
Mark Wahlberg. We'll just call him Marky Mark for short.
Yeah.
And we're the Funky Bunch. We could be the Funky Bunch.
My question to the group is, where are you guys headed now? You've got information for like... let's kind of go over what you have. You've got an information for a statue piece, which is this glittering spire to the north. there's mention of this cave with the spider, and there was originally possible rumors of a piece there, but Maladuke kind of said, look, we were just investigating areas nearby first before venturing out further. You've got rumors of another statuette piece way more off to the east of this area, past the haunted marshes. And then, of course, you've got a shop owner and someone of the True Society probably thinking you're just dead by now. It's been almost a week since you left Outskirt.
So we've got adventure, potential death, late fees at the rental company.
yeah. And someone also who's very invested in you finding these pieces, who's willing to pay when you bring them to her, member of the True Society. So that's kind of what you've got. I haven't prepped anything specific. I've got some things that I think could happen tonight, but I want you guys to decide, like, what is the huddle that's happening outside the goblin home, the base?
I was thinking we should head to that sparkly tower at nighttime. Seems to be the solidest, northest, next statuettiest piece plan. What do you guys think?
I like where your head's at, Wilgus.
It'll be a fleeting moment. Don't worry about it, Christoph.
I agree as well. I don't want to see any spiders if I can help it.
That's probably quite fair.
To avoid them.
That would be great. A nice long walk through the woods will do us good after all that caving.
And you look at
some nice fresh air.
You're looking at the map and you're sort of seeing the path from where you are, sort of venturing north to this spire, and you can see that there's like the spider that has been marked. You're kind of like, all right, well, we don't want spiders. We're probably not going to venture to that too far to the west. And then there's this very creepy looking tree. You don't know if that's indicative of a specific thing or you've got no idea other than does it denote what the forest is like? You're not sure. But you can see what seems to be a relatively clear path between here and a sort of a pond.
A nice pond.
At the Iron
Should we go
Forest.
for a swim?
No.
No?
No, it would make a lovely break. We
Nice
could do a
pool.
little fishing, have a little camp by the pond. We could
paddle.
go for a paddle.
Christoph?
Let's take it out.
Gosh.
There's just something about ponds that makes me so happy.
Yes.
My
Me
word.
too. Maybe we could throw a stick or something.
Frozen peas. Did anyone bring the frozen peas?
I get it now. I'm smart.
It looks like it's going to be, if the map and its scale is accurate at all, it looks like it could be another 4 days of venturing north before you get to this potential spire. And so you head east, because there's a big sort of mountain range blocking north from where you currently are. Yes, Christoph.
Since it's going to take a number of days, and we've heard some weird stuff about the tower and easy to see at night, but not so much during the day, could we use that travel time to make notes of when we can and can't see it at all kind of conditions?
Yeah, okay.
You know, like in the day, we're kind of keeping an eye out for it, and are we seeing it or not? And what time is it roughly visible? So we kind of have the information about when it's on and off.
Yeah, definitely. We can say that maybe the first day of traveling, right? You can only travel two shifts before needing to rest and call it a day. And you can spend a shift doing something else, whether it's learning skills from each other or reading books, or whatever else you might normally be doing, hunting, gathering, anything like that. But so on that first day, you set off, and like I said, the mist in this, as far as you can see, has changed to this incredibly thick fog, and any light that seems to be pushing through is just like coats everything in this crimson glow. And as the hours pass on, it doesn't seem to be changing. You're kind of thinking, well, the sun should be at a higher angle. It shouldn't be making the same kind of this light pattern. And then after about 4 hours of this red glow covering the land, it just softens back off. The mist, the fog sort of starts dissipating back into the mist that you know, and that sort of reddish glow dissipates to the standard sort of dark, gloomy feeling that you know of the Misty Vale.
Is this while we're traveling?
While you're traveling, yeah.
Is the visibility, was it very poor?
Yeah. The visibility was only maybe 50 meters in front of you while the fog was at its thickest.
Has anyone ever seen a red glow like this? Misty, strange weather.
I thought I just got some red stuff on my helm. I'm glad you guys saw that too.
It's up there in the sky, all around us. What about you, Gob?
And yeah,
Chum?
Grub sort of nods, and you sort of look back. He's been just chilling in the back of the cart.
I'm in the back of the cart too. I don't know about having.
Yeah, so basically the cart can hold 2 people, and 50 units of weight. That's what the donkey can pull on this cart. So let's say Grub and Digby are in this cart.
I'm having a nap and I wake up and it's just starting to dissipate.
Yeah,
And yes, so have you seen a red mist?
he's nodding away.
Oh yes, I forgot you guys are new here. That's Azrael's evil. That just kind of happens.
What?
That's been happening a lot since the rumblings of his revival.
Oh.
You remember those locusts? That's kind of part of his evil too. There's a few weird happenings in the
I thought
Misty Vale.
Wilgus got rid of them.
Oh, I did. I cut one clean in half.
And he pulls this thing, little half a locust out of his pocket.
Thank you. Thank you.
Make sure you
Wilgus.
pass that on to your great-grandchildren, Grub. Don't
Places
eat it.
Places it back in his pocket and sort of taps it. with his hand.
Azrael's evil. Is it dangerous to breathe in?
Oh, no. It's more just ominous and spooky.
Okay. All right.
But it's over now. It'll come back.
It just comes and goes.
Yeah, you can't really tell when or where.
Okay.
I think we'll have to time the tours to meet this red glow a bit later, guys.
Yeah, let's sell it as a
It could be
positive.
quite a draw card. Although,
Yeah.
is this red? It's just a red glow, right? It's not red mist, so that like we're all getting dyed red.
No, it's just the way that light is passing through this
Maybe
fog.
that's what happened to the tree.
It's quite lovely.
She says, walking alongside the warg.
Oh,
Scratch.
look! What do you think, Marky Mark? And she gives him a scratch behind the ear. Who's my little Marky Mark? There he is. Maybe occasionally throwing a stick for him.
There's certain points in the next 4 hours where the mist fades a little bit, a little more sunlight comes through, but it's still not a bright sunny day by any means. And you crest this hill and you can see just a bit further off into the distance than you could back at the goblin's base. And you're looking out and you can't see. You can see like mountains peeking up, like silhouettes of mountains in the vast distance, but nothing is sticking out as looking glittering or even tower-like from what you can see. And you just you continue on your way, far off down the slope from where you're currently standing. You can see thick forest. That seems to be just an enormous forest that just stretches for miles beyond. But that looks to be easily another day of hiking from your current
To
location.
the north. Is that the one that says the Iron Forest?
Correct. I'd say after the first day, you'd be sitting at around this part on this clearing.
Gib, have you ever been to the Iron Forest? Were you, chum?
Chum says, "Yeah, I've been."
Oh. Oh.
What
How
did you
was
think
it?
of it, dear?
Yeah.
Was it a good place to visit? Did you enjoy it?
Dropped off some of the other goblins and just sort of went back, dropped them off at that cave.
Are you like a delivery man, chum?
I tried. I'll just keep their stuff safe while we send them out, and then go back, get another bunch of the goblins if needed, bring them all back this way, make sure everyone's safe.
Maybe we could put him in the charge of logistics for our outcoming empire. What do you guys think? He seems to be quite smart.
Yes.
He
and-
sounds like a very useful team member.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good
All right.
work,
Was that
chum.
competent.
everyone's take on that? Was it?
He's a very competent
Yes.
young man.
Sounding like he'd sort of designed the internal system at FedEx from listening to you guys, but from listening to him, he sounds like very much a job's worth.
Didn't you hear him
Wow.
say that he took people and then checked to see something? I don't know. I lost.
Yeah, he
Oh,
moved his
listen.
mouth around a lot in a row. I was impressed.
Mallory turns to them and says, I'm just trying to be encouraging. He didn't seem very keen to come.
Good
But now
job
he's
in there,
sharing.
all that.
He's opening up and sharing with us. We should
Yeah,
encourage
no, but we
him.
don't have to give him a promotion or anything. He's like,
He
he's
could be a leader.
warhammer. He doesn't. What? Digby, have you
Not
lost
a
your fucking
leader.
mind, man?
Well, he's been to the Iron Forest, okay, and he obviously
He's been
knows a
around
lot
it.
about
He's been to
it.
the fucking edge of it, is what he's been.
Yeah,
I can't believe what I'm hearing here.
I haven't really gone deep into the forest or anything. Just
Well, how far have you been in there?
I went in for a piss and then came out.
Well, there you go. It's marked as territory.
Were you well hydrated that day at least? Like, what was your pressure like? Actually, that's probably not relevant.
So, God forbid we ask anything that's not relevant.
Have you been to the pool?
Oh, what? You're asking if he's been what?
Yes, have you been to the pool?
Almost. We kind of
No.
we dropped them off at the cave just before
Wait,
that.
where's the cave? I can't see a cave on the map.
That's the thing that Maladuke's been sending us all off to check out.
The spider.
There's fucking spiders there.
What? Are you
that-
asking or are you telling?
I'm asking, what have we been sending my mates off to spiders?
They're probably
Digby, I don't think they have a map like we do.
Oh.
But Maladuke keep talking about the spider. Like it was like the main reason that it was, because it was close, if I recall correctly.
That's what she said. It was close by. It's a good place to start searching.
Yeah.
You know, the
This is the guy
spiders.
you want to lead us, is it? You're gonna give it your agency and autonomy for this.
maybe
Fucking
just the
idiot.
Western Division, Christoph.
So this is where they've all...
Oh.
They haven't come back. And that's
Well,
where
we
you're
haven't
taking
I
got
them.
thought someone else was bringing them back. Has
I
been-
can't even see a cave. Let's not go to the cave.
All these goblins that Maladuke was sending to this cave, were they? Did she not? How was their relationship with Maladuke? And did they have the same qualifications as you in management team hierarchy?
Yeah, funny you say that. Most of them had been disciplined for something or other recently too.
Okay, I see. I think
Well-
I'm
Do they
picking
have
up on a
anything else in
pattern.
common, like a a
Been
demi
disestablished.
or a particular religious viewpoint or anything like that. They've been sending them off to.
Oh no! We left that in episode 10. I swear to God.
The characteristics of the goblins.
Oh my god, this.
How about we get to the pool first?
That's a great idea.
That'll be a bit north
Yes,
of
let's
where
go
we
to the pool.
are.
Well,
To the pool.
the pool is
Cool
going to
off.
be another day of journeying from here. So we're going to be ending the. It's what sort of time of the day would it be? It would be coming up close to sort of sunset at this point. And so it'll be a case of first of all, have you guys eaten? Have you reduced your rations by one for the day?
I forgot that fun bit of
Oh,
admin.
yes, we can.
Where are the? I think someone's holding my rations. Remember
I
I
can
had.
share with you,
Oh,
dog.
thank you. Thank you.
Jesus
Thank
Christ.
you, human.
I'll reduce my field rations from 4 to 2, and because
thought
that's how
12.
maths works.
We can assume that the goblins brought rations for themselves and the warg, right?
They are looking. They're looking at you guys for sort of
Oh.
their sustenance. They've brought
Oh, look
enough.
at that.
They didn't bring in food. They were like
That's the
under the
others.
impression you're there, like they're yours for now, and that involves looking after them. You know.
Right. Who's up for a little
Oh, per
hunting
diem.
break?
Hold up. I feel like I have a lot of rations for some reason that
Okay.
I can
Yeah,
share with these guys.
You were holding a lot of rations, right? Someone was.
Yeah.
I don't know
Let's do
how,
it
but
too
I'm
late.
holding 10
Oh,
I gave you-
0.25 rations.
I gave you heaps of rations because they were too heavy for me.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that.
Well, who likes hard cheese?
Yeah, yeah, not bad.
Well, that's what you're getting.
Okay.
So I'll reduce my. How much would a goblin eat? One?
Just a ration.
ration?
Yeah.
Okay, and
I mean, they would probably eat more if you gave them more.
Gob, I've got some dried apricots for you.
Ah,
There you go. Is that?
yum!
Thank you. We say, Gob.
Thank you.
Not a problem.
I was wondering, Goblin Chum, do you guys eat your own?
Pancakes.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call them. Like, goblins are, how does it work with goblins? Do you eat your own?
And they're just like they're
Big-
not putting
big rules.
together what you're like trying to hint at. They're just like waiting for the last word.
Do you eat your food twice? Are you like a cow type species?
now I'm the confused one.
I'll be cud.
Do you defecate and then eat it?
Oh,
That's not what cows do.
goblins
Cows
do.
don't eat their own
I
Cows?
don't think
That's,
cows do
that's
that.
guinea pigs.
and rabbits. But yeah.
no,
and
no.
some dogs.
I think humans are farmers. They know.
Yeah.
Eat their own shit.
It's not what happens.
Apparently.
to
Where
be
are you
honest,
from, Wilgus?
to be honest, the goblins don't raise cows. They won't know. So to them now, cows eat their own shit as far as they're concerned. And they just start like laughing. They're laughing.
It's good for throwing, and it's good for burying, and that's about it.
Oh, there you go.
Wilgus, is that how chocolate milk is made?
That's a
Around the corner.
worthy discussion, Christoph. I was
It
thinking
certainly
with
is.
your artisanal abilities, you might be able to make us some chocolate on this trip.
I'm a glassblower and a blacksmith, not Gordon fucking Ramsay.
It's the same thing, I'm pretty sure.
You find me some dairy and I'll give it a red hot crack.
Okay,
Maybe
I
you could
think
use that hard cheese and make us a toasty. For help.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Are we
we've
stopping
got,
for
like,
lunch?
a-
Is that what we're doing? Now we're going.
No, it's like it's nighttime. It's you guys have
Oh.
travelled 2 shifts to get to here. There's no way you'd be travelling any further without. And you're welcome to, but you risk
No.
hurting yourself.
I think we should stay here for 2-3 shifts.
Grub, you wear a helmet, right? On your head, most of the time, I see, with your head. Not you, Grub. Chum. Go away, Grub.
Yeah.
There we go. See, we've got the same helm. Do you mind teaching me how I can, like, quickly turn my head around without moving my shoulders?
What are you trying to... I don't know if I'm having an aneurysm. What are you trying to do?
So Wilgus is trying to ply out if he can learn anything specifically on awareness from Grub, from Chum, since he knows how to use helmets.
Neck skills.
These guys are not skilled enough to be able to help you on that. What's your awareness rating? I think they have to be...
15.
Oh, yeah, no. You're... If anything, you'd be teaching them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wilgus would like to waste like 2 hours trying to talk to them about it.
Okay, all right. Yeah, perfect. That's perfect. What other things? I love the idea of Wilgus and these 2 goblins like spending the next sort of few hours just discussing the whatever Wilgus and these goblins would be discussing. But I imagine they're all very into the conversation.
Confused and into it. Yeah.
On both ways, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Oh, are we doing a little thing where we're learning some new stuff whilst we're having a rest?
If you'd like to spend some time doing that, like, so at the moment, right, it's maybe 6 in the evening, so it's not I wouldn't call it bedtime or anything, but you've got definitely could spend a shift doing something.
Could I chat with Chum on the finer points of worg care, grooming, feeding, training, and like maybe up a beast lore or something?
Yeah. What's your beast lore at?
It's 10.
Let's have a quick look. Yeah, I think, I'd say that you could spend some time alongside him and the warg, trying to learn a bit more about that. I'm trying to see, there's a specific way to learn skills. What we'll do is we'll take a 5-minute break, and I'll take a look into the rules on how we can do that, because I think that would be a great idea. And everyone else can think of things they might want to do before calling this day over as well. Cool. Where is that? There's definitely something in here about that. Learning or skills. My gosh.
We did it in like session 4, I think, with the guy in Outskirt, Hardy.
Yeah. And I know it's in the skills section, but there's like a bunch of skills sections, which is never great.
Whole lot of section.
Yeah.
Session 3, 25th of June, 2024. 8:69 p.m.
Okay, you're right. 8:69.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. It'll be page 29. Thank you, chat, for that. 29. Teacher, a shift of intense training with a teacher whose skill level is 15 or higher and exceeds your own gives you an additional advancement roll to improve the skill in question. Make the roll immediately without waiting for the session to end. However, a teacher can only raise a skill level by 1. After that, you must improve the skill through experience before you can get more help from a teacher. So yes, sorry, the 2 goblins aren't very aware, but thank you for that, Christian, in the chat, for helping me find that on page 29. It's in the experience section, not the skills section, even though it's totally about skills, because it's like, you know how at the end of a session we do get experience for asking the questions and take points and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. How's everything going in the chat? How's everyone enjoying Chum?
So good. Love
Chum's...
the accent, man.
Yeah, Chum's pretty good.
I'm I hope to see Chum come out of his shell. I think he just needs us to ease him out, keep him in the conversation.
Yeah, he's doing it ever since you guys reminded them that the warg was coming. He's definitely more excited to be there. He thought he was going to be like basically being sent out to die. So this is definitely helping. Having that warg there is definitely helping.
Little red shirt goblin. Poor man.
Yeah. Also, big thank you to Shitehawk for following us here on Twitch. Thank you so much. I'm always really bad at like encouraging people to follow us or subscribe to us or support us through Patreon. But if you're here and you like what we're doing, we've got a bunch more over on YouTube. And if you support us in any way, whether that's through subscribing here on Twitch or if it's joining our Patreon, any funds we obtain from that goes back into the stream in some format, whether it's picking up things like the bestiary for Dragonbane to help add to what we're playing here, or when we do D&D stuff, it's having like the master subscription to D&D Beyond to make sure everything's going nice and smooth there. But if you like what we're doing, support us in some way, even if it's just a free follow here or a free subscribe on YouTube. Any of that kind of support is awesome. Means a lot. Means a huge amount.
Yeah.
Who did you say? Who did you just thank? Someone called Shitehawk.
Yeah.
Shitehawk. Yeah.
A Shitehawk.
Shitehawk.
Okay, like Nighthawk, but shite.
Yes, I didn't think about that. Yeah. What are you eating, Adam? What's going on? What you got going?
I reckon a Magnum.
Oh, can you hear that?
No, just you don't have your mic, your camera on. I'm like,
I was
you'll be
thinking a
eating
little
something.
ice cream of some sort, right?
Magnum Mini, I reckon. Honeycomb. Oh, shit.
Oi! Double chocolate.
Well played.
It's, a Capity Nelson boysenberry.
Yeah.
Very
Capity
good.
ice creams are so good. One of the few brands that are just like exceptional. Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
Also, I love Chum's voice. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a real,
it is.
like a real departure from, I guess, the sort of regional United Kingdom accents that we all naturally gravitate to. I love it. It's really fun.
Right, Kiwi.
But
Yeah.
like stupid Kiwi, like carrying
Yeah.
to $20 back or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like works in the storeroom. New guy.
Yeah. I like Chum. Chum's good. He's a good sort. Yeah. I'm glad that we've picked a place that we're going for. Oh, today I was just like, I really wasn't sure where you guys would be heading. If you'd be like, well, let's dip into the.
You can ask.
Nah, I don't. I want it to be something that you guys come up naturally when we play. You know.
Okay.
I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, we've figured out the next steps for the next session outside of the game. I don't know. Doesn't sound as fun.
We're going to go to that big flame in a hole.
Yeah.
That's where we're going now. We're just trying to change our mind.
We're going to the pond.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Gonna go
pond.
puddle ducking. It's gonna be amazing.
Maybe we can see the tree from there. It's a big tree.
Just smiling down on us.
Yeah, it looks happy.
Hey, guys.
Hi. Oh, it's like a perv that's watching people bathe.
Ew.
It's got like
Look
that
at it.
perfect angle over the trees.
With the loud breathing.
Yeah.
Is that the
rustling?
the rustling of the wind in the leaves? No, it's that perv up there, heavy breathing on our pool. I've still got a couple of conditions on my sheet. Were
didn't
they
have,
supposed to clear or they stay?
Full rest.
Yeah, you mean to? They should have disappeared with a shift rest. It looks like you clicked the stretch rest. So shift rest should have given you all of your HP, all of your WP, gotten rid of any conditions.
Okay.
You can manually apply your own banes back on again if you want.
Yeah, you can keep them on if you want them there.
No, thank you.
Round rest. Yeah, I still don't really understand this game, like the round rests.
So a round rest
That's
means
while you're
that,
fighting?
It can be while you're fighting, or you can just take it out of action as well. It just means you have like 6 seconds to just kind of, well, as a minute or whatever it is, it's 6 seconds, I think, to basically, it's your turn to just take a big breath. And that's it. You're just like, you know what? I'm not going to do an action this action. I'm just going to take a big breath.
Mindfulness.
Center yourself and get yourself back some WP.
Oh, it gets back WP, does it?
Not
But
health.
Not health, just WP.
Just
and you
whip-
can only do it once a shift.
stretch.
A stretch. A shift.
Uh-huh.
Stretched.
And the stretch is how long?
15 minutes. A shift is 6 hours.
Yeah.
Around 10 seconds.
There you go, 10 seconds for a round.
Okay, 15 minutes.
Shift.
Sure.
I'm trying to remember. Healing and resting. Let's have a quick look.
Moj, did you click the word shift? Because that's what works for me, not the button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got the little buttons mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is quite strange. So yeah, quick rest that lasts just a single round. During a round rest, you recover D6 willpower, no hit points. You can only have a round rest once per shift. So once every 6 hours, you can do
Nice.
some mindfulness.
Once per shift. So we have a shift rest. Oh, no. But you can have a shift rest once per day.
So
Once per shift.
yeah,
You can rest and get all your HP back
Yeah.
multiple times a day.
Yeah, it basically you can spend the whole day having a shift rest if you wanted to. It's just a matter of like, will time get a bit messed up? Like, will you miss out on something happening because you're too busy sleeping the day away?
Is there, well, this is all my real life. That's what I do. That's all right. If you muck around, do you do like encounter rolls or?
Yes, depending on like where you are resting, where you've decided. That's why like the bushcraft roll is very important when you're setting up camp, because it may mean you set it up. You might set the tent up, but a fail might mean you haven't really thought about where you've set it up, and it's very obvious and right next to a beehive. I don't know.
Yes, yeah.
So anything that interrupts, anything at all that interrupts your shift rest, that causes you to take any kind of action, it uses the time, but you don't get back any of your hit points or willpower or anything like
And
that.
the tent helps how?
Basically, it means instead of everybody having to roll to get a good night's rest, only you do. And it sets up like, so let's say you fail to set up the tent, or you fail to find a good place to put it, right? It'll mean a bad sleep for everyone, and no one gets their hit points or willpower, but the time has passed.
Okay, I've gotten quite lucky with the bushcraft so far. I think I need to up the bushcraft.
But you do
'cause
get
I've
a boon every time you roll because you've got the tent.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
But I still need to up it. I've only got an 8.
yeah, you've been very lucky. The fact is, like, normally if you didn't have a tent, each of you would roll bushcraft to see if you can make
Gotta
up your
sleep it all.
bedroll in a good, comfortable place. If you fail, that's it. The time passes, you don't get your rest. And it doesn't even count as a rest, so you start getting, like, exhaustion and stuff like that. So that tent has been very good.
You get free regret.
Yeah. It can be pretty intense, but you've rolled well. Intense.
Yeah, intense.
All right, let's get
Very
back.
good. Very good.
That was totally on purpose. All right, let's get back into nighttime. Nighttime in the Misty Vale. So what we're going to do with Mallory and learning from some beast lore, I've had a look at it over the rules. Basically, it gives you a chance to roll right now, straight away. You don't have to wait till the end of the session to see if you can roll higher than your current beast lore. So it's kind of like what we do at the end of every session. You just roll. If the number's higher, then your teacher has trained you well.
Beats.
Come on, chum. Help me up. Oh,
Needed
Sweet.
a 10.
Yes.
Rolled
Got
an
a-
11. Nice. So yeah, Chum has sort of taught you a bit more about. What we'll say is he's told you a bit more about some of the signals he uses with Marky Mark, like his very specific signals.
Oops. Sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
that's all right. So you can bump up your beast lore by 1 now since he's taught you that. And
I was trying to click out.
all good. What is anyone else doing with their night?
I rolled beast lore. No, I rolled bushcraft earlier.
Oh yeah.
My intention was that I was going to try and make a Gordon Ramsay style toasted cheese sandwich on a fire for people, but I wanted, like, that's just a bit of flavour, a bit in joke. But what I actually wanted to do was raise my bushcraft level by getting better at providing for us in the bush.
Okay. So you've got an 8 for your bushcraft. I'm just trying
Mallory,
to see.
help.
What's your bushcraft score, Mallory?
12.
I just want to have another look. 'Cause I think it's.
Can I join this cooking class? Because I need to get good at bushcraft as well.
Beautiful.
Sure. I'll allow this. I think normally it says you've got to be 15 and higher, but I think it makes sense that you guys can just learn off each other.
How about hunting and fishing? That'll help you provide food. I've got a 16 in that.
I think they.
Bushcraft seems more critical.
To teach you how to sharpen a stick.
I need bushcraft for my tent pitching.
Yeah.
I need bushcraft so I can get a good night's kip.
Look, by the
and
rules,
grilled cheese.
by the rules, unfortunately, Mary is not skilled enough to teach that to you.
No one's got a 15 bushcraft.
I don't think so. I think
So we can never get better.
you
apart
can from if you
just
find
roll at the
if
end
you
of every
find
night.
or if you find a teacher, someone an
Bushmaster.
NPC who is a bush, someone who is
We'll
better
just
at that kind
on
of stuff.
the precipice of being competent, but falls dramatically short, right?
Oh,
Like a 14 just prior to a 15.
that's so
Damn it.
All right.
Yeah. So unfortunately, if there's nothing else, you can call it a night.
Well, I mean, if I can't learn bushcraft, then I'd kind of retcon that and be like, well, maybe hunting and fishing is my best option then if I literally can't progress bushcraft. Mallory, I know I was really keen on the bushcraft, but perhaps the hunting and fishing that you suggested that I rudely knocked back isn't such a bad idea after all. Maybe.
That's okay, dear. You're allowed to change your mind. But you know what? It's great. All you have to do really is sharpen a stick, find something smaller than you that looks edible, and put the stick in that creature, and that's your hunting and fishing.
Give us a hunting and fishing roll, please, Christoph.
So you sharpen it like this,
I blunt
and
the
then you
stick.
hold the not
Right.
sharp end, and you put the sharp end in the bunny.
And with
You got
a roll of 9, you needed higher than a 7, so you've learnt. You can bump that up 1.
Oh,
Does he get his first bunny?
Yeah, I think sure. We can we can say if he wants to actually do some hunting, then he might need to do another roll for that. This was just to see if he could learn it. If he wanted to go off and maybe do a little bit of hunting as well, just to see how he can do, he can give us another hunting and fishing roll to see how well you do it.
I'll take an hour to go and stab a squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a natural.
Oh my, yeah.
Got it in
Come
the
back with
butt.
My
Like
boy,
squirrels on
I'm
a
so
kebab.
proud of you.
I'm trying to find the rules on hunting now, because there's a little table we can. I'll say with a roll like that.
You found one of the pieces. The mysterious.
Give me a d6. Give me a 2d6 twice, and we'll take the highest number because you rolled a 1.
You got a whole family of rabbits all in one. Right.
You want 2d6 twice.
Just 2d6, and we'll take the highest one.
4.
Okay, and now give me. Oh yeah, no. So you go out looking for a rabbit. Mallory sort of sets you off to where like she thinks the rabbits would be from here. It's like, pointing them out, and you head off with your new sort of techniques for killing rabbits. And an hour passes, and you come back with a fox over your shoulder. You've managed to find.
What the fuck have you been doing?
I killed a fox. It looked at me
Krista.
funny.
I am so proud of you right now. You did amazing.
Sorry about that, Digby. I know this must be quite triggering for you.
I don't like the looks of this one bit.
No, this was like
Who's
a
gonna
bad
eat
fox.
that?
I think Marky Mark might eat that.
No. I thought I could make its liver into like a pate kind of thing.
I'm going back to bed.
How are you at your crafting? You could make something nice out of the fur.
We could splash the blood about a bit too. That's always good.
Who wants the anus? Digby. You were talking about how you wanted to chew on an anus last week. Well, now you've got your wish.
I know Shannon has left us. He's so offended by the
I
actions.
don't remember talking about wanting to chew on an anus. I'm sorry.
While you've been out hunting as well, there was as it's getting quite dark after your shift. It was like midnight when you finished up learning before going out and just being like, you know what, it's going to quickly sneak out and test this. I'm so excited. And as you went out there, there was an area atop of the trees that you noticed far off in this distance, pointing like up into the sky, a glittering tower off to the north.
I returned to the party, and after the excitement about the fox and disgust dies down, I said, but by the way, while I was out there, I happened to glance to the north and saw a glittering tower just as foretold through the mists.
Well, how far off was it?
I would say that you couldn't really gauge. It was so far off in the distance.
It's been a while since I've done my trigonometry, I'm afraid, so I don't know. Could be a day, could be 5.
And it was kind of in front of the mountain range that was like, you knew the mountain range was somewhere off in the distance because it's pitch black at night, save for the sort of like glowing beacon way off amongst that mountain range.
Nice work, Christoph. Let's do
I think
that.
we're on the right track or trail.
That's unusual.
Digby, can you give me a bushcraft roll with a boon, please, just to see how we're dealing with this this tent?
Certainly. 12.
Uh,
I needed an 8.
It says other player characters can roll separately for the same shift, so feel free for everyone to roll their bushcraft to look over and see Digby sort of like.
Can I push it?
Oh yeah, or you can push it for sure.
I'll push it.
Wilgus gets a 14
Ooh.
and he needs a 14.
I got a 3.
Okay, nice. Well, Digby ends up. What sort of condition are you giving yourself? Not that you'll have it for long if this sleep goes well, but.
Oh, I feel tired.
All right.
Is that a thing? No. Exhausted. I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I've only had 2 sleeps today.
And it is pretty late. It's like midnight when you're setting up this tent, and
This is my 3rd sleep, actually, of the day.
nice.
I suppose.
Well, you find like a nice spot that seems to be safe. There's like a pile of these giant boulders that sort of feel like nothing can come from that direction. You set up the tent, and both the goblins, Grub and Chum, volunteer to keep watch with the warg. and the warg will get some sleep, but it'll be fine. And Grub's like,
Don't worry. I'll make sure everything is good. Me and Chum.
and so they look over. They look out amongst the wilderness while you guys all sleep. Do you guys trust them to their job?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Okay.
shipping them. I'm going to call them Chub. Thank you, Chub.
Okay, great. And it's a nice peaceful night knowing that you've got 2 goblins and a warg looking out for you while you sleep. And morning comes and you're all woken by the sound of just like snoring. These both Chum and Grub are like curled up next to the fire, just snoring, with the warg also sort of curled up next to the dying embers.
Oh, look at these guys. So useless.
We could have been killed.
Let's do that thing where we go right up to their faces as they wake up. I'll do that with Grub.
I was thinking we could put one of their hands in a bowl of warm water.
Oh yes, I'll cut it off. You get the bowl.
They'll wake up cleaner than they went to sleep.
Yeah.
Little Grub.
Hey, I'm gonna kind of kick one of them in the
Oh.
just like a gentle foot prod, not like a boot.
Right.
Hey, you there?
And Chum sort of like his eyes open at different sort of like they're not at the right speed and stuff as he tries to gain focus. He shakes his head. He's just like this big stretch as he gets up onto his feet. Says,
We're all right then, yeah?
I thought you were looking out for us, man. I thought you were
did.
staying on guard.
We looked out, there was nothing there. We
You were
went to
fucking asleep, man.
Yeah, we looked out, there was nothing around. So it was safe.
So you went to sleep. Right.
Eventually, yeah. What time is it?
From now on, morning. From now on, when you're on guard, that means at a minimum you're staying awake. That's like the minimum requirement to be on guard. Does anyone here disagree with me?
Oh, I'm a mess if I don't have my 4 hours of sleep.
Fucking hell. Have a kid, mate. So much fucking sleep you get then, chap.
I think Christoph's right on this one. If we were dead, it would be much worse.
You all look pretty fine to me, thanks to me and Grub.
We woke up first, so I think you owe us 2 silver pieces. That's how it works.
Take it out of my salary, eh?
and he ribs Grub.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
Okay.
Becky with goblin jokes.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
But Grub's way more apologetic, and he's sort of saying sorry. He's picking up everything and putting it back into the cart, ready for the next day of travel. Like he's very apologetic. Not so much Chum. Chum's getting his stuff ready. He's getting on top of his warg, ready to on top of Marky Mark.
So we're off, are we?
Should we head back to the goblin cave then? And get that 2 silver coins. What do you think, guys?
As much as I do like silver coins, I wonder if the cost of gas or fuel would be more than that. So if we get more money, we'll just take it out of there. I agree, though.
Yeah.
Pay them less.
Okay. To the spire, Christoph, then. What do you think? To the south, wasn't it?
Or are we not going to the pond? I was quite looking
we
forward to the pond.
We can do both. The pond is on the way to the spire, so there's no need to
Yay.
be upset
What
about
if it
missing
has
out on one.
pondweed?
Is that good?
I don't know
It's
what
delicious.
that is. Oh well,
Weed.
Oh,
great. Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the pond and have a dip.
You guys head off alongside your cart, your donkey and cart with the warg and goblins. Christoph, you get to the sort of the point where you think this was whereabouts, so you were doing your hunting, and you're looking up into that same sort of northern area, and through the mist, you're not seeing that spire. You're just seeing the silhouettes through the mist of mountain ranges and stuff. It doesn't seem to be specifically pointing out. You're really trying to pinpoint exactly where it was. Nothing. You just can't see it.
Sure it was around here. Maybe it's like moths. They only come out at night.
Did you poke your eye really hard, Christoph, and then it makes that strange, incoherent look?
I did do that.
Oh, that
But
explains it then.
I don't think that was what I was seeing though. I was learning the hunting and I was charging through a bit of undergrowth and I think I stabbed myself in the eye at one point. But I tell you, I swear, as clear as it was, it was clear. That's what I was
as
trying to
clear as
say.
it.
Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah.
So
Maybe
where
we'll
was
see
it?
from the pond?
I think what we're going to have to do is stay up late and then have a look together, because I don't want to. You're going to think I'm mad if I'm always seeing it when I'm by myself at night and no one else is seeing it. So we might have to stay up so we can get a good view of it. Maybe it's some sort of astral projection.
Right.
Oh, I'm not that keen on staying up though. I'd rather sleep.
All right. Well, I guess we never see it. And,
I'll take your word for it.
Hours pass as you continue on. There's moments of rain and wind as you sort of venture downhill now towards this tree line, and you can now see this pond, which still looks to be another shift of walking away. But there's this foul stench that suddenly wafts through the plains that you're walking through. And Grubber's like sniffing himself. He's like trying to figure out where that smell's coming from. As you approach these large boulders, the smell intensifies.
I'm sniffing the air. You smell that? I don't like the smell of that.
I think everyone smells that. Is that sulfur? Should we be watching out for geysers or mud pools?
Yeah,
Satan.
it is a very weird sulfurous mixed with rot. It's this mixture of just foul stenches.
Oh, guys, I'm just gonna get my knife out. I think there's some enlightenment coming our way. What do you guys think?
Maybe we should go back and get those 2 silver pieces.
It's a done deal, isn't it? We've got this kind of money in the bank.
Okay, bodonka-donk, around about face.
Oh, okay, all right, we're heading back. That's going to be about another day and a half worth of trip.
No, my pond! No, so close.
Well, what do you guys think? It doesn't seem quite right.
Mallory, if we can have a word just for a second.
Oh, yes.
Should we send the goblins out to scout that smell? You seem to had a companion factor with that big creature.
We
What do
could
you
send them
think?
out. Yes, that sounds like a great idea. So I don't know. Shall we send out Marky Mark by himself? Because maybe he's a little stealthier than the goblins.
That's the only good idea I'll get today, so I'll leave it to you now, I think.
Yay! No, it was a great idea. Yes. So I'm going to maybe send Marky Mark out just to quietly go around the surrounding area and see if there's anything troubling.
Yeah, you
Give him the secret whistles.
yeah.
like
Chum
sheepdogs.
climbs down off Marky Mark's back, and you give it a series of whistles and directions, and it's like its nose goes straight to the ground and starts snuffling its way towards and around these boulders, and it disappears from sight around the boulders, and you can hear it sort of snuffling, getting more and more distant, and it's a few minutes pass where you're not really hearing any sort of sight or sound of it, and then another couple of minutes pass, and it comes bounding back with this like a human femur, just the bone, in its mouth, and it
Who's
runs
the
up
good boy?
and it just drops the femur at your feet.
Oh my gosh, such a good boy. Who's a good boy? Brought back a bone. What a good boy.
Yeah, and it just
Is it like-
it gets down on its like haunches and starts like gnawing and chewing and trying to like
Oh,
break up
no,
the bone.
drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Good boy. Drop it. Is it like a grubby bone, or does it look like kind of clean, like maybe someone has just eaten it, or is it zombie bone, or is it just dead bone?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's clearly taken from, like, it's not like an old decrepit bone. It looks like it's been like stripped of its meat.
The fresh.
It's you can't date it. It doesn't have like blood or anything on it. Like no
Used by
fresh sign.
date.
But it has been clearly like give me like a spot hidden.
Nope.
that's all good. Yeah, all you can tell is that it looks like wherever this bone had come from, it would probably need further investigation to get any more information off from this bone.
Great.
Yeah.
Boys, what? How would you like to progress? Do you feel like a bit of off-road adventure on the way to the pond? We've got something that's potentially eating things, and it's big enough to apparently eat a human leg.
Well, we discovered the source of the smell, didn't we? It was that stinky bone. So
Can everyone
I think
just
it'll
give
just be the
me?
treasure left.
Can everyone give me an awareness roll, please?
Oh dear.
4.
Oh, 6, yes.
Okay, nice.
We'll just say-
I think all three of you, so of the four, Christoph, Digby, and Mallory, who all rolled under their awareness score, you're listening out now. There's obviously this warg has found this bone, and that's made you a little bit more concerned about what's caused this bone to exist, and you're all listening out and keeping an eye out. There's no movement. You're not seeing any movement around you anywhere other than maybe the occasional bird overhead. And there's no sounds that are out of place. From what you can hear is just some insects and birds, some small squirrels and stuff. You can hear sounds for that kind of stuff, but there's nothing ominous in the surrounding area. Adam, because you rolled a 1, next awareness roll, you're welcome to just not even roll. You just can pass it, since you rolled a 1.
Yay.
And Wilgus, you're probably just like looking at the bone, going, bone. It's a bone. Not really. Nothing. There's nothing else really going on that I can.
Yeah, pretty sure. He's going to line it up with his own femur. I don't think it's an arm bone, guys. It's more like a chest bone. I don't think it's that. It's not wide enough for a chest bone.
Good insight.
Did you want me to just go and have a quick look?
Would you?
Only if you come back alive, chum. That's the rule.
And he
Or
grabs
if you
his-
don't come back alive, just
Oh.
give it a loud yell.
Go on Marky Mark.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Gets back on and he grabs his short sword from off the back of the cart. And he's like, okay.
No
and he
heroics, dear. If you're in danger, come straight back.
Don't worry about that. You got no chance of that. That's fine.
and he disappears off. Disappears off around the boulder, and he's back way faster this time. Not super urgently, but he's just gone around the boulder, and he's just quickly come back.
He's like, oh, it looks like there's some kind of lair or something. It's just looks to be like filled with bones.
Oh.
Is it your lair, chum? Like, do you live there?
Yeah, good one. You've been to my house.
You got us because the old. Yeah, okay. Do you want to go back again and just go a bit closer and see what sort of creature lives in there?
Well, let's just maybe there was nothing. You didn't see anything moving, did you? Just a lot of bones, was it?
I didn't want to hang around. I just kind of had a quick look, saw the bones, and came right back.
Okay, yes, we did know there were bones.
No,
Okay.
we knew there was a bone, but I
A
tell you
bone.
what, there's a lot of bones.
But was it stinkier from that cave?
Yep.
Hold on. Wasn't there? Is this the sort of place that a troll would live?
He's like instantly get concerned from Chum, like instantly.
He hadn't thought of it. I mean, something in there.
Oh, what's
Alright,
this? What's this
just used
intuition?
his intuition, and he's going to figure out if that's where the bone came from. So there, with the rest of the bones.
This high intelligence.
And yeah, what is your intelligence again?
16.
The answer represents
He's good
your
at maths.
vast general knowledge and should only aid your decision making, not reveal everything there is to know. So to aid your decision making, I can't reveal everything that there is to know, but you go, I reckon that's where the warg got the bone from.
Guys, I'm pretty confident there is a relationship between this bone and the lair.
Does this cost you willpower points when you
Yeah.
do it? Okay.
Costing me willpower points. With a will to live. Badonkadonk, do you think you can run fast enough that we can get past this cave?
The donkey just like looks at you, not understanding anything you're saying to it.
I like the fact that we've gone to Wilgus and then found him no help. So our next step with escalation is the donkey.
Well,
Like this, the boulder is over to the side. Like there's nothing stopping you from just ignoring it completely and just moving on towards the pond.
Mallory, do you think it's a good idea to go past the cave full of human bones and a hideous stench, or would you like to go inside it?
There is the stench.
Mm-hmm. And
But
the
there
bones.
could be things. What if the human bones belong to rich humans and there are things in there?
We can give them back to them. Is that what you mean?
They might have left some treasure there for us to have.
Oh, gold.
Who am I adventuring with? The dumbest motherfuckers in all of the
Tell you what, let's go.
I
near
apologize
the
for
cave.
being so cryptic. I mean, look the body, bro. Look the body.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. How about we go near the cave, and forward would be towards the pond, left, I suppose, towards the cave, and I use my special ability, Treasure Hunter. And we'll see if there is any treasure in there. And if there is, maybe we brave it. What do you think? I do like treasure.
Sounds great.
Sniff before you look, I always say.
Treasure Hunter. At a crossroads of some kind, you can activate this ability to learn the direction of the greatest treasures.
Yeah, there's your intuition says where there's dead people, there are belongings of some sort, and there's probably something of value a lot with them. And so you're feeling that pull towards that
A great treasure?
that lair. It depends what you mean by greatest treasures. That's quite vague.
Human refuse.
I'm
not
gonna put that down to
$2
things.
left on the road or something. It's a treasure.
I
Am
would
I
say-
sensing treasure?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
This isn't where I'm just like, oh, you find like someone's torn pants. That's what you get. That's like,
Yes, it's
there's
a treasure in some sense.
yeah,
Emotional treasure.
yeah.
The owner only.
Well,
Well,
after you, man.
I'm with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
I'm behind you.
Hooray, adventure tourism!
Yeah. Well, I'll say that you sort of venture around to the other side of the body. You're just trying to like just very carefully, and you notice on the ground that there are like tracks of clawed feet mark, like that have been tracking down into the lair. And you sort of like peek around a little further, and you don't see any movement from within, but you can see a scattering of bones and that sort of disappear into the darkness.
Wilgus will scoot back towards the group. Guys, it's just as Chum foretold. The prophecy is true. There is a lair there. And there's bones and there's stink. And treasure is almost certainly brewing in there, like a smell of...
Human kombucha.
Yes. So we can either go in and get the enlightenment that we deserve, or we can... The other one.
You guys don't have to go in. I'm just saying, like, you can just...
No, you said that we had to go in.
I did not know.
Yep.
You can just...
You're looking a bit torn there, me friend.
I'm not torn at all. That's the wrong word to be using. That's a
Natalie Imbruglia.
That was a cover. I think we should actively avoid it. It seems like it's a layer of death and misery, and we'd be foolish to go in. What are we doing? I thought we were going to get the statuette and stopping off at a pond on the way, but now we're looking at wandering into a layer of bones
and treasure.
How about
some treasure?
We put a pile of rocks on the path, and we can come back later with our army and do it.
What have the rocks got to do with it? I'm not like, I like the concept, but what do the rocks?
Because like
he's marking the spot where the treasure is.
This is level of 16 intelligence move. Is you can't comprehend it. That's the problem. It's such an advanced maneuver.
If you know, you know. Armies need rocks.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'll join in on putting rocks on the road, even though we know where we are and there's a map and.
Well, I think
there's rocks all around.
A giant stench of death coming from off the...
It is just absolutely reeking with stench at this point.
Yeah.
That is,
it might rain.
Away.
Rocks don't, become less rocky after it rains. I'm with Christoph on this. He had me as soon as he started making sense.
Well, we can definitely
and we all move away from this stenchy.
Forget it.
Come back to the troll lair.
The lure of treasure moving past and into the distance behind you as you continue on the path, and it's another 6 hours of travel before you end up down at this pond. It's almost perfect. Maybe the timing is just perfectly timed, and you can again the time is timed, and then with the time, it's night and it's nighttime now as well. It's close to nighttime, but on the other side of this pond and creeping in from around the edges of this pond is this incredibly dark, dreary, dense forest. And from the map that you've got, you know this to be what is called the Iron Forest. There are rumors of very of like creatures and monsters and the darkness. That it's called the Iron Forest because of how difficult. You need iron to get your way through it. That kind of.
Why are we just hearing these rumors now?
Chum has suddenly become very talkative as you near this forest.
Chum. So the Iron Forest, you need iron to get through it.
It's just, like a story that's, fables. Do you have fables where you come from?
Yes.
It's kind of like that.
But it's real. It's a real forest.
It's a real forest, but it's, you just want to be equipped to go through,
I have a dagger.
And I've got a warg. Gives him a little scratch.
Yes.
And my warhammer.
These are all good forestry tools.
Maybe we could mount the dagger onto the warg like a lance. And then...
You're full of these.
Full of it, all right. Why are you playing the character like Homer Simpson levels of intellect?
Intelligence peaks and then it sharply troughs, I'm afraid, Christoph.
Oh, as you get to a 20, you should see it.
It'll make sense afterwards, I'm sure.
So, we're near the pond.
Yeah.
We're at the pond.
You're at the pond now, and it's quite a decent sized pond.
Decent, like para rubber. Para pool.
It's not a pool. It's like a pond.
It's a decent sized pond.
Yeah. I don't know
Like at a park.
which part.
Like Masterton.
Headley Park.
I haven't been to either of these parks, and I don't know if our viewers and listeners have any idea.
Mayor Park.
Who?
So we'll say it's a good like 100 meters in diameter. This pond.
Yeah.
And creeping, and it's sort of set nicely within the startings of this forest. Big pervert tree looking down at you.
I am not getting my bagels on.
Oh no!
Guys, I think there's Ezreal right there.
Is it nighttime?
Yeah. Well, it's dusk.
Oh. Is that
You
so?
heard
Is
how
that tree?
perfect the timing was.
It's perfect timing when it timed the way that it timed.
What's
Perfect
the
for a
condition
bathe.
of the water? Because Mallory's keen for a little paddle.
Yeah, I'd say it's not too bad, to be honest. For a duck type, I think you'd be fine to jump in.
Water off your back.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, after checking the water and the surrounds, making sure there's like no scary footprints going into the water, say like crocodile footprints and things. You hear a lot of happy duck noises as she jumps into the water and goes for a paddle.
Yeah, it seems like the majority of wildlife in this area would be sort of like those like dragonflies and frogs and stuff like that. There's nothing that looks to be overly dangerous in this area.
If there's dragonflies, is there also demon flies?
I think it'd be, yeah, just a couple flying around underneath the surface of the water. We'll need to get another bushcraft roll to set up a tent.
I'm having a paddle too. Can we see the tree? Can we actually see the tree?
I'll say that there's no sign of an enormous tree. From your location, you're looking about. There's no one tree that's standing up above everything in a demonic pervert way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay. Well,
I got a 1. I got a 20 and a 1.
That's awesome. We only needed that one roll from Digby as he sets up the tent again, just with perfection. He's become an old hand at getting that tent up.
In a tent like a young man.
It's been honestly this journey has been quite safe so far. It's been quite uneventful, and with this dense forest sort of sitting ominously in front of you, knowing that that's the way north. It seems just you take a moment, or each of you will, in the middle of like setting up the tent or going for your swims, to just sort of look out towards that forest. And as some time has passed since you arrived at the pond, out of just above the tree line, just out of slowly appearing above that tree line, as it's just a glittering, just a shimmering that you all see now.
there it is.
Shining a spire.
Goodness. You are right.
Wow.
I told you, didn't I? It's right there in front of us.
Just remember where it is.
Make a sign out of some rocks.
Put some rocks down here.
Yes. Now's the rocks. Point towards the direction of it. Maybe
What's that going to do when we move on? There's just some rocks on the ground that we can't see anymore.
Can we estimate how far it is?
With the mist, and with the no, I'll just say no. With the amount of mist, you don't know how big that spire is, and just with the glittering of the shine through that mist, because you don't know, you can't tell how far away it is, you don't know what size it is, you just know that over there, above that tree line, at the top of some kind of mountain range,
It'd be tiny.
is some glittering.
Christoph,
Oh.
is it bigger than it was the other night?
We're still talking about the tent, the pitching of the
Are we
It's
closer
just
to
more
it?
clear.
yeah, I'd say Christoph can see that it is not
Yeah,
noticeably,
like-
not hugely bigger, but definitely bigger.
So we're making progress.
Yes.
All right, and we'll end our session there.
We're not making progress. We fucked around with a cave.
For a long time. That was.
We'd have been there by now if we didn't fucking have a 40-minute debate about should we walk into a troll's mouth or should we not?
That's D&D, isn't it?
I mean, you guys are specifically going off to where you've heard a troll is. It could have been some good experience finding another troll.
Oh, so that's not the troll.
There was no troll. It was just a cave, some sort of lair.
Yeah. It was a troll. We know now.
I don't know. I don't know what was gonna.
I've already
be-
said too much.
I've already said, but you did miss out on some treasure in that cave.
Trolls
That was-
everywhere.
Oh, dear.
Well, we have the rocks.
yeah.
It has been a total loss.
And that one bone.
True. Yeah, your wall got a bone. Although he had to put it down. He got told off, so he just put it down.
No, I just had to
the
show
wall
it to
down.
everyone. Totally gave it back to him.
Put the wall down, not the bone. The
No!
wall.
Get away from Marky Mark.
All right. Did you participate in the game session? Tick off a skill you might want to level up. Did you explore a new location? Well, you definitely didn't explore the cave, but I wouldn't say you've explored a new location.
Haven't we? We've had two.
Road to the path, into the
Tents.
pond.
You've been to a new location, but I wouldn't say you've explored.
Oh,
Oh, some
wretched.
semantics here. I've
Would
been
you-
to the top of Mount Everest, but I haven't explored.
Would you say that at any of the spots that you stopped at along the path that you
Yeah.
explored the
No,
area?
yeah, fair enough.
The rock near the cave we explored pretty thoroughly.
So that
We
is-
explored enough to know that we didn't want to go in.
you get points. You get XP and points for doing shit, not for moving past shit. All right. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? No.
The smell.
Did you overcome an obstacle
fear.
without using force?
The smell.
Yes, the cave.
Did you you overcame it?
That's the overcoming.
You
That's
avoided it.
bypassing.
Yeah.
We overcame our own greed. We didn't go in.
What about the warg?
I did overcome my weakness. Pulled myself away from just diving into a huge cave of bones.
Oh yeah. So you did. So you didn't give in to your weakness then.
No.
Ah. If you overcome your weakness, you do get the chance to actually.
How can you weakness?
You have, if you during the session acted in a way that clearly goes against your weakness, you get 2 advancement marks. So you get to tick 2 skills, but you've now overcome your weakness, and you must play a full session without a weakness, and after that you get to pick a new weakness based on something that's happened in the game.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Well, I
yeah.
don't see any problem with that.
What
Yeah.
is your weakness?
My weakness is reckless. It's what causes me to like dive headfirst at white deaths and say, hey, you know what would be a good idea? Let's go check out this cave full of bugs
Yeah, lose that.
because there might be
weak.
treasure in
Yeah.
it.
Jumping into monsters' mouths. That's really weak.
I know that. Yeah, just you didn't even go
Tying
just
tying
into
a rope
cave.
around my waist, about to dive into a
Yeah.
pool.
So I'm sorry, but you may have acted in a way that overcame you because that was just a cave and you just chickened out. Your recklessness.
Well,
I looked at it, heard what the party was saying, and then actively stepped away.
Your sleep tonight in game is sort of realizing you've overcome that.
It's like, Oh, so strong.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? I don't know, man. You didn't use anything to overcome that cave.
Our own better judgment. Christoph's better judgment. I do think it was wise.
I will reward the party for that one for successfully like recruiting and bringing in like a warg. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
On the
Wrong one.
side, I thought there wasn't even an agreement of a walk from last week, and we just casually talked about that and it appeared.
I think
Is
there
that
was
what actually
one.
happened?
I think there was talk
I
of
asked for
it.
2 wargs,
Right.
and we got down to 1.
Anchoring.
Yeah, but I think that wasn't last session. I think it was the one before that. I think it was like 2 sessions ago. Yeah.
I never forget a warg deal.
Yeah, clearly. All right, we'll start with Mallory. Do you want to run through your potential upgrades?
Right. I'm going to do awareness, the one that I rolled that terrible 20 on. Yes, it's over, right?
It's over.
Yep.
That's the one.
Yes, awesome. That one's good. Next is bushcraft. Got to get over a 12. Yes. Yes.
Nice.
And then because I went for a swim, I'm doing swimming. Let's go. Oh. Are you rolling? Yes. Awesome.
Nice.
And last one is bows, and I got to get over a 17.
Oh.
Damn it. No, didn't make it. Got a 13.
Damn. Okay. Shannon, do you want to go next with Digby?
Yeah. Just trying to think of what to do. There seems to be a button that you can just press and it will do them all. Should I do
Is there?
that? Next to skills, that popped up.
Man,
I'll press it. What is
Oh.
that?
I have no idea.
Yes, it did. It did them all.
Which button was that?
Next to skills at the top, there's a little arrow that points up.
Looks like a
Green,
donkey.
No. Can you see it?
No, I cannot.
Or maybe,
Yes,
yeah,
I
I think
can
you have
see
to
it.
put, yeah.
Surely
it's not
is
there all the
just-
time, though. Only if you have
okay.
something red.
But isn't that arrow? You're not rolling for anything. There's no chance. It's just it pumps them all up by 1.
No, it rolled.
Oh, did
A
it?
bunch
I didn't
of-
see any rolls.
It says
Oh,
2
yeah.
GM. 2 GM. So
Oh, wow.
bushcraft got failed. Sleight of
Oh,
hand succeeded, and slings succeeded.
yeah, cool. I still cannot see that arrow.
Oh, you need to make something red.
Yeah,
Look at
Highlights.
Wilgus's character sheet. I can see one there now.
let's have a quick look. Oh, yeah, okay, cool. So that makes it very, very handy. We don't have to do one roll at a time. You can just push that. So Wilgus, let's go with Wilgus.
So we're going to click the button.
Yeah, go right ahead.
So I've got knives and bushcraft, and that's it. And I succeed on bushcraft.
Hey,
No.
nice. Which puts you to 15, so you can teach people bushcraft now.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. It was the rocks discussion, guys.
I think so, yeah. Man, can't wait to find out what you can learn from Wilgus, the smartest man in the group.
Let's stay in that then.
And Christoph, let's go with Christoph.
All right, I'm going to try and go for awareness, bushcraft, hunting and fishing, and hammers.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
So hunting and fishing, I got above.
Mm-hmm.
Bushcraft, I got above.
Nice.
That's it for me.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Good session, team. Very good session of just following a path. It was a good path session.
We're getting there.
yeah.
We're by the pond. I'll do a little.
Next session should be really cool when we just avoid. What else can we avoid?
Everything.
We get to the spire and go, nah.
Let's go back to the pond, guys.
Yeah.
It was nicer there.
Yeah.
We turn around and we're like, "Hey, I can see our rocks from here. Let's go."
No, it was really cool. I'm really looking forward to the next session. The next session should be awesome. I think we'd probably make it to the Spire, maybe during next session or at the end of the next session, depends on what happens. So I'm looking forward to that. I just want to get
How
to
are we
the
going to
Spire.
get through this forest?
Exactly. There's definitely some stuff, foresty stuff.
There'll be a door.
That's what I'll say about the forest.
Mm.
But what I'll say is there's rolls to be made as you make your way through the forest. That's all I can say. And I pre-rolled some stuff, assuming you were going to go this way.
Like prevenge.
Pre-venging things.
Revenge.
Yeah. Drop Shadow says, "Killed it, crew. I'm off to fight goblin racism or pervert trees. Have a good night, Drop Shadow. Thank you so much."
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Legend.
That Christian in the chat said roll 20 super convenient. I didn't realize there was that button. That makes it super handy.
Yeah.
Way faster.
Do we retcon that?
Nah.
We should re-roll twice.
Just get all that. I suppose that helps you roll them without banes and boons and stuff, maybe?
Yeah. Well, I hope
Yes,
so.
that would be super awesome.
Yeah. One thing I sort of was just thinking about, I should have said this at the start of the session, but I completely forgot. What it might be good to do just for people who, because I'm slowly turning these into podcast episodes as well, just from here on out. When you do a roll, mention what you need to roll under, and then mention what you rolled, and that'll just make it easier for people who aren't like watching the stream. Might just be easier.
Yeah, and that's a fun part of it too, isn't it?
Yeah.
The rolls.
Yeah. Cool. All right, team. We'll be back next week to continue this. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
Thanks to
bye.
everyone for watching. I don't know if we've still got some people there. Thank you guys all for chilling with us and watching. And hope you all dream of pervert trees watching you as you sleep tonight.
Please no.
Thanks everybody.
Hey.
Thank you.
Good night.